Alright, as I saw earlier, G here. We're going to do a beer review for Ron's Beer Reviews and Tools. And it's from Ipswich Ale Brewing Company. 1620 is the name of this brew. It sounds like it's going to be pretty good. It's got some really good hops in it. They got Amarillo, Citra, Mosaic, and Idaho 7. Idaho 7 I'm not all that familiar with, but it gives off flavors like some pininess and tropical fruit and aromas of mango and grapefruit. You can't beat that, huh? That sounds pretty good. This brewery did have a merger with another brewery, Essex County Brewing Company, and it made them stronger and bigger, so that's good. All right, let's get a little information on the brewery. Ipswich Ale Brewing Company from Ipswich, Massachusetts. Basically more precise, 2 Saffron Lane, Soffron. We have a phone number for you, 978-356-3182. That's the phone number. I don't know if it goes to the offices there, but headquarters, or to the bar itself, actually, or the brewery. All right, let's crack this open and pour it in. We got a glass from the brewery over in Woburn, Massachusetts. That's nice. All right. So I have some lousy camera work here. Nice crack to it. Get it in the frame here. All right, we can. Oh, that looks nice. That looks real nice. Look at that. Look at that. It's basically a dark gold, somewhat haziness. Yeah, hazy gold. A dark goldness to it. Hazy. And good looking brew, actually. Nice creamy head on it. All right, this is a pale ale, or they call it Indian Pale Ale. It's got 32 international bitter units with a 6.3% alcohol by volume. So that's pretty good. 32, or am I reading that wrong? 35, correction. Did I say 30? 35 international bitter units. So that's pretty good. It's the name 1620. We kind of have an idea what that is all about. That's when the Pilgrims or the Separatists from England landed on Plymouth Rock, over there in Plymouth, Massachusetts, and they set up a plantation there, and with the help of the Native Americans, the Indians, the Massachusetts tribe, I'm pretty sure the Wampanoag in that area, helped them along with maize and how to plant for corn and other things that could help them out on the seashore with the shellfish and so forth. And really helped them out that first few years. I think that's the first or second generation. Things kind of gone sour with the colonists and the Native Americans. Even among the colonists, West Augusta, which is Weymouth, they were somewhat different way they viewed things. They weren't separatists. They weren't Puritans. And which were the Puritans were the ones that broke away from the Church of England and wanted their own church, and they went for religious freedom and came to Plymouth and started there, whereas the ones up in West Augusta, which is Weymouth, Massachusetts today, they were different. They didn't have the rules by that as far as the blue laws go that we have now. They were very strict. With the Puritans were very strict. When I mentioned the blue laws, they're carryover from the Puritan law that they had. They were very strict. And in Massachusetts, we still have the blue laws on the book. I don't think they're very seldom held up when someone gets busted for it. Like one of the laws is you can't spit on the sidewalk. And there's other blue laws that we've had that kind of interfered with life a little bit. But if you're straight and narrow, you're okay. What else do we want to give information? I gave a phone number. This brewery was founded in 1991. They do have a restaurant in the place, Ipswich Ale Brewing Company Table. That's the name of it. It is a restaurant. They have food there. From what I've been reading here about it, I haven't been there. It's really good, and hopefully we'll get there someday, and we'll try it. All right, let me try this brew. Let me take it to the nose. Oop, out of the camera. All right, excuse me. Oh, some fine aroma. Now, it is kind of indicative of a New England juice bomb on the aroma, but the look's not really, a little bit darker than New England juice bombs are. Excuse me. But the aromas are real citrusy, some very much hoppiness in which falls under the hoppiness of the citrusy, and a bit of the grapefruit. I think I get on that. Yeah, and piney. Yeah, but the color of it, the SRM, is somewhat darker than the original New England juice bombs. All right, cheers. Very drinkable. As I've been down here, excuse me, working on chores and stuff, and some hobbies down here I've been working with, and then it became time for a brewski. Lucky I got a little refrigerator upstairs, and we call the playroom when the kids were little. That was their room, their playroom. But I have a little refrigerator in there, and keep the brews in there, some tonics in there, cold, and makes my wife happy, not cluttering her refrigerator up in the kitchen. All right, back to the taste. Citrusy. I am picking up on grapefruit. A wee bit of astringency. Doesn't linger. Taste of the roasted malt. That malty kind of flavor that is reminiscent, excuse me, to roasted malt. I guess these are Idaho 7, not bad hops. I mean, definitely coming through on the Amarillo and the citrus, and definitely the Mosaic. You can get that in the tropical fruit and the fruitiness of it, and the smooth mouthfeel. It's about a medium mouthfeel on this. Average carbonation. It's very drinkable. Definitely an Eastern IPA. Definitely in that realm. Not a New England juice bomb, but it's definitely an Eastern IPA or Eastern Pale Ale. The flavors of it and the texture. But this 1620 is quite the name for the brewery. I mean, correction, for the ale. It's a kickback or throwback to the Pilgrims landing on Plymouth Rock. And talking about that, my wife and my daughter and my kids are all direct descendants of the Mayflower. Because my wife is direct descendant of Francis Eaton, who came over on the Mayflower. She's direct descendant of him, and my kids are direct descendants of Francis Eaton. I think one of them, my wife and maybe my daughter, might have been in or joined the Daughters of the Mayflower Descendants or something like that, I think. But it's good reading. I'm reading about it now, about the Mayflower and so forth. And I put a little bit of picture of the book that I'm reading on the Mayflower in here. So, with that said, I think I've said enough about the brew. You see what it's like. The color of it, as you can see, more orangey, dark gold, I would say. Nice carbonation in that, real nice carbonation. All right, so with that said, I won't run this long. I'll end this here so I can get back to my playing around with my hobbies in the wood and so forth. So, from Eastern Massachusetts, RG's Workbench, I will say, have a good day, folks. Enjoy the day. Do things with the family. It's a lousy day here today. Somewhat, well, I was going to say somewhat cloudy. Yeah, it's raining out, so it is cloudy. So, with that said, enjoy the day, folks. We'll scan to the right. See what we get here. And scan to the left. We'll go there. There we go. A bit of the workbench. All right, folks, with that said, enjoy the day. If you're going to drink alcohol, be responsible for what you do. Don't drive or run heavy equipment. And do things with the family. Cheers.